What's your favorite fast food? 217-629-7970. That's the phone number. Have a little fun this morning. McDonald's is going to discontinue some baked goods. What? Latest out is that the company's going to eliminate apple fritters, blueberry muffins, cinnamon rolls, but apple pies and cookies will still be available. So the fast food giant based out of Illinois says it's going to shake up its McCafe Bakery, and issuing a statement, they said, "We're always listening to our fans and adjusting our menu based on what they crave. Starting this month, we'll be phasing out our McCafe Bakery lineup, including the apple fritter, blueberry muffin, and cinnamon roll. We know goodbyes are never easy, but fans will still be satisfying their sweet tooth with the iconic chocolate chip cookie, baked apple pie, and frozen desserts at restaurants nationwide." I got to tell you, I'm glad they're keeping the apple pie, even though I haven't had a McDonald's apple pie in quite some time. It's still very much something that, yeah, I'm sure if one was offered to me, I'd eat it. Listen, Megan and I, we don't eat out fast food much. We like going to a classy place where we could sit down and get some good service and order a nice entree and some appetizers and a couple of cocktails and just kick back and relax. We enjoy that service atmosphere. So it's been a long time since we've actually gone to fast food, and it seems the only time we do fast food is if we're traveling, and we've just, we've got to get something in our bellies. I think the last time we were heading to some caves, and we were hoping to get down into the area of Sullivan, Missouri, enough time to go to a sit-down place and enjoy some coffee and get a good meal, but we just didn't have the time. So we had to stop at the McDonald's in Litchfield, and we were kind of worried at first. We're like, whoa, we haven't been to fast food in a while. We're going to be able to make it. The lines were long and the drive-through, and I tell you, we were actually impressed with number one, how quick they got us through the drive-through, and the food was decent and the service was great. So fast food's got its place. Another time we went to McDonald's was when we were traveling over in the southwest of the country. I believe it was just after we left Zion National Park. For whatever reason, Megan's like, I could really go for some chicken nuggets, and we found the McDonald's right there outside of Zion National Park. We're like, some chicken McNuggets, sweet. So we ordered, I think like a 20-piece or something. We were going to scarf those down. And when we ordered it, the guy's like, all right, what kind of dipping sauces would you like with your nuggies? So, again, it was delicious chicken nuggets, and it's one of those items where it's like, every once in a while you got a craving, you got to fill that craving. But what are some of your favorite fast food items? Is it a burger from a particular burger joint? Are you a bigger fan of, say, the Whopper than you are of the Big Mac? What about Wendy's? Do you have to get some of those Wendy's fries, or who has the best chicken nuggets? Or are you a Taco Bell type of person? Or are you like me and you'd rather go and sit down somewhere and have some service? 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Your favorite fast food items. Again, you can also email bishoponair@gmail.com or find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and comments that way. But obviously, everything in moderation. We try to eat as healthy as possible, but sometimes that's just not possible. At home, we eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of fresh vegetables, fresh meats, fish, a lot of salads, broccoli and zucchini and carrots and some legumes every once in a while. But there's nothing that beats a fresh salmon fillet, pan-seared with the right spices, and we put a little salt and pepper and thyme and garlic powder on that, and it's so good. Put some butter in the skillet. My gosh, I'm starving. All right, good morning. You're on WMAY.
Morning, buddy. Hey, I can't disagree. All those spices sound absolutely awesome, and that's what we do now. My wife and I, we make sure that, we can actually sit down and enjoy food. But before, growing up, being, let's say, 20s, it was definitely the Monster Thick Burger. That was my go-to instant, amazing burger.
And that's Hardee's, right? That's Hardee's, the thick burger?
Yeah, and back then, it was, I think, $7. and that was a lot for me because it was kind of unheard of to pay, $7, $8 for an actual burger. And now it's like 12.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That burger, the thick burger, is like $12 now.
It's the monster thick burger. It's like the double with bacon, with extra cheese. I mean, because back in the 20s, our metabolism was still cool. And now it's like, oh, God, you're going to die. I mean...
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how inflation has impacted even fast food to that degree. That's incredible. I can't believe it's that much of a cost for a monster thick burger from Hardee's. Wow.
Yeah, but again, that was my glutton for punishment and my guilty pleasure, man, because it was just awesome. And the one and really be honest, the one that I truly miss was bread stretchers. Ooh. It was on 4th and Monroe. And it was a sub shop I think it was right before like Head West came out, and they were absolutely phenomenal to be quite honest.
Right on.
And they had a bread bowl that would blow your mind. So
right on. Well, I appreciate the call. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Your favorite fast food restaurants. Let's see here. Wiener Schnitzel, Toby says on YouTube. Let's see here. AS3XP says, I don't live near one, but when I go to Wisconsin, the Hardee's Frisco burger has pretty good it's pretty stinking good. No, I like Frisco burgers as well, and I've had the Hardee's Frisco burger in the past, and they are pretty good. Jason says, I only eat fast food a few times a year, but my go-to when I get the craving is White Castle. White Castle. Now, if White Castle survives a Biometric Information Privacy Act lawsuit that could cost them $14 billion, White Castle's delicious. When I was in a rock band, we would travel down to Nashville, do some recordings, and on the way back, there was a White Castle close to the highway that we would stop at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And we'd get one of those suitcases of White Castle burgers. And when you had 3 guys packed into a small, I forget what it was like a Blazer or something, and you're pounding White Castle's burgers from the suitcase that they had, that's like 20 burgers. Split that between 3 guys. We're going crazy eating these things. Well, we may have had to stop to get motor fuel on the way back to Central Illinois from Nashville, Tennessee, but there was no shortage of gas in that vehicle. That's for darn sure. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Morning, Bishop.
Hey.
I'm a Chick-fil-A guy, but I got to tell you, I went through Hardee's the other day. I got a monster biscuit and a large sweet tea.
You were telling, I mentioned this earlier. You told us that about this last week. And what was the grand total? I think I guessed like $7 or $8 or something like that.
Yeah, it was $12.86.
Oh
I called later that day just to make sure they didn't overcharge me. Not that I was going to go get my money back,
right.
But I just wanted to see. Guess how much the large drink was?
So you got a sweet tea, a large sweet tea.
I got a large sweet tea.
I'm going to say that was what, $4.50?
$3.49.
Wow. For sweet
For some
tea.
water, sugar, and a couple tea bags.
Right. Unbelievable.
And I called the manager, and he said, that's the Biden way.
Bidenomics, right there.
I swear to God, that's what he said, Bidenomics. That's exactly what he said.
Oh, boy. I tell you. And that's, listen, there's a lot of people out there who are rushing to get to work, and they got to get some food because they're out working hard. And, fast food sometimes is the only option. Has that changed your dining behavior with those kind of costs?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I do go to breakfast every morning. My McDonald's meal has went up $2.70-something in the last 2 years.
Yeah. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt that at all. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. And you can always chime in on air or off air. Just search Bishop on air, and you can connect that way. Ozzy says you can't beat Culver's. Culver's Butterburgers, very good. Very good. Culver's Butterburgers are delicious. Dairy Queen. They're chicken tenders for whatever. They give you that little cup of gravy. Yeah. Oh, delicious. I will say, though, I don't know if I would consider it fast food, but we've got this place, a couple of locations in Springfield, Hibachi Madness. And they make sushi burritos. Think about it. It's like a burrito. It's the size of a burrito. But it's sushi. Instead of a flour tortilla, it's got a seaweed wrap. And inside, you've got the sushi rice. You can pick, you want a salmon with avocado and cream cheese and the spicy sriracha mayo and the side of ginger and wasabi, and you get this burrito, and it's a sushi burrito. They're fantastic. Delicious. They even have sushi tacos where they take the seaweed and it's encrusted with the tempura and it's fried and it's in the shape of a taco, and then they just put all the sushi ingredients in the taco. Ingenious. Love it. I might have to go get one today, quite frankly, because it's so darn good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, a few other comments here. Let's go back to it. Anyone remember when the McDonald's 2 cheeseburger meal was something between $2 and $4? Yeah, right. Those days are long gone. Jersey Mike makes a killer teriyaki sub. La Bamba is good if you're tanked. Somebody says on YouTube. Toby, thanks for that comment. Mike says you can't beat Sonic's breakfast burrito. I love breakfast burritos. There's something that's super convenient about the eggs and the tortilla and the sausage. It's delicious. It's like $8 for 2 cheeseburgers. Yeah, that's, oh boy. What are you going to do? Bidenomics, right? Well, here soon, though, McDonald's not going to have the apple fritters or the blueberry muffins or cinnamon rolls, but you'll still be able to get those apple pies. All right, it's Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk. Appreciate everybody chiming in here, and let's go ahead and take one last call about your favorite fast food items. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Crystal Burger, in my opinion, beats White Castle.
But they're like essentially the same little sliders. Is that right?
Yeah, they're real small. I haven't had them in probably 10 years. But something else I like is Lion's Choice.
Oh, yeah. I grew up down in St. Peter, St. Charles, Missouri, and Lion's Choice, get some Swiss cheese on that, douse it with the barbecue sauce, you are in business.
Yeah, you can't beat them, I don't think.
It's pretty good. Lion's Choice is great. And something else, too, down in St. Louis, the suburbs, they had this thing called Zips. And it was like a Sonic or like a Rally's. And Zips fries were like those, they were almost like double fried fries, right? Where it had this delicious seasoning on it, and then they'd fry it again. So good. The closest I've been able to find to Zips fries is Rally's. Rally's has some of the best fries in the business, quite frankly. So, yeah, I appreciate the call. I haven't had Crystals yet. I know it's similar to White Castle, but you're saying it's better.
I think so.
All right, right on. Appreciate the call.
Okay.
All right, it's Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. Everybody, thanks for chiming in. Let's see here. AS3SXP says, McDonald's steak, egg, and cheese bagel is pretty good. It's been a while since I've had one of those, too. All right, good stuff, guys. Appreciate it.